On to the exercises. So for these exercises, you would have had to read the book. I didn't cover creating NumPy arrays in the videos. So let's go ahead and get started here. Number one, create a NumPy array of date times with year precision for the years 2000, 2010, and 2020. Assign the result to a variable. So np.array, say 2000, 2010, 2020. Say dtype equals date time 64 and with year precision. So with NumPy you can have year precision. So there we go. And so I've done it actually wrong. So it starts from the Unix epoch of 1970. So we have to think about that. So 30, 40 years after the epoch, and 50. So that's actually how you would do it. All right, number two, staying in NumPy, convert the array created in exercise 1 to a data type with second precision and assign the result to a new variable. So we'll just say a2 equals a.asType date time 64 with second precision. So let's look at that. There we go. Staying in NumPy, use the asType method to return the number of seconds after the epoch for each value from the array created in exercise 2. So we have a2. Use the asType method to return the number of seconds after the epoch for each value. So what you can do is we can go back to an integer, and so this will give you the number of seconds after the epoch. So pretty interesting. You can go back like that from a date time back to N64, and it'll return back that number of whatever unit is after the epoch. Number 4, use the integers from exercise 3 in the NumPy array constructor to get the same result as exercise 2. Let's go ahead and do that. So here's the NumPy array constructor. We're just going to go backwards now to this. So we just can say dtype equals date time 64 of seconds, and we should get the same thing. All right. Number 5, construct a series of integers for the years 2000, 2010, and 2020, converted to a date time with the asType method. So this time it's a series, pd.series 2000, 2010, 2020, and say asType date time 64 year. And so again, I've done the same mistake. So really it's from the epoch 30, 40, and 50. The reason it's out of bounds is because the last year you can use is like something like in 2200 somewhere for nanosecond precision. It just doesn't have enough bits to cover a wider range, because that's how you would do it. What month is 1 million minutes after the Unix epoch? Okay, so if we do pd.series, and let's have a single value in here, 1 million, and we say dot as type date time 64, and we say minutes. Well, we can see that it is November. And if you want to use the dt constructor, you could say dt.month and even month name like this, and you get the actual word of the month. All right, number 7, construct a date time series using strings with precision down to nanoseconds. Okay, so we can do any date time, doesn't really matter. Using strings, so just say 2022, November 3rd, with a time of, say, 6 in the morning at 34 minutes, 45 seconds, down to nanosecond precision. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we can do dtype equals date time 64 nanoseconds. It's just a single value in the series. Using only arithmetic operations, find the amount of time 1 million seconds is. Report your answer as W days, X hours, Y minutes, and Z seconds. All right, so 1 million, and so how many days is this? We can see how many seconds are in a day. So this will take some time. So 24 hours times 60 minutes times 60 seconds. That's how many seconds are in a day. Seconds in day. So what we can do here is use div mod. So do seconds in a day like this. So this will be 11 days and 49,600 seconds. Okay, so now we're going to take this. So I guess we could say days and then the remaining seconds like this. So we have the days, I should say seconds. And then, so we have this seconds. We find out how many hours over here. So we're going to divide it, do the same thing. Say div mod seconds, and then this one is just 3660 squared. So we'll say hours, and then now this is the remaining seconds. All right. And then we'll do the same thing. Say div mod seconds, and then 60 seconds in every minute. So this will give us minute, comma, seconds like this. I should say minutes. So we have days, hours, minutes, and seconds. All right, so 11 days, 13 hours, 0 minutes, and 40 seconds. All right, great. All right, verify the results of exercise 8 by creating a pandas time delta series. Okay. So we can do this. We're going to have, again, a series of 1 million. We'll do as type time delta 64, and we're going to make this seconds. So 11 days, 13 hours, 46 minutes, and 40 seconds.